Hey there, my name's Anthony and welcome to Vibe with Velo. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use Velo Packages, which are custom packages that have been built by teams at Wix to essentially work with Velo and kind of make your life easier. So I'm going to show you kind of how to go ahead and install these packages, kind of talk about the different types of packages available. Then I'll show an example of just importing one of those packages. It's very simple, and if you've imported NPM packages before, it's essentially the same process. So let's get started. So we're going to head over to the site structure and over to our code files. And now if you'll see on code files, we have a packages section, and we have the @velo, your username, and also NPM packages. So today we're going to be concerned with @velo, which, as we can see, it says right here, they're pre-built Velo packages that you can use in your code. So click the plus sign and go to install Velo package. And then here we're presented with a bunch of different options for packages. So I'm not going to go through every single one, but if you're interested in making your life using Velo a little bit easier, I recommend you go ahead and look through these. They fall also into several different types, so let's go ahead and scroll through first. First, we have a variety of different types of integration. So we have integrations for various Google products, for Pipedrive, there's Salesforce integrations here, a lot of different things related to that. We also have more utility type items, and one of them I'll be going through in a little bit. So for example, static IP request, if you need a static IP for your Wix website for perhaps a backend that a lot of different sites are going to use in order to make requests, you can go ahead and use that helper tool in order to set up a static IP. There's other ones here too, like Wix animations, that I'll actually show as an example in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and install that right now, just so it installs while I scroll through the rest of this. And I'm also going to say, hey, you know what, let's get minor versions going too. This way, when there's an update to the package, particularly a small update, which is essentially not going to break anything in the packages, but might be bug fixes or other things, we'll want Wix to just automatically update those. So that's one of the helpers. We also have helpers for bulk data validation, for common Wix data functionality. So for example here, if you were to go and want to do something like find one item in a data collection and remove it, we actually already have a function for that. Similar, if we wanted to find all of a certain bit of data that matches a certain prerequisite and remove them, you can go ahead and do that without having to write your own code to do essentially the same thing that I'm sure lots of Velo developers are going to do. Also Wix Data SQL, so if you are used to writing SQL and you want to use SQL syntax instead of the Wix Data API, you can go ahead and do that with a subset of it. There's a whole bunch of other ones in here too. Obviously, just calling out a few that I think are very interesting, but there's plenty here that will be useful for whatever your specific needs are. There are even a bunch that expand Wix Store's functionality. So that's basically what you can expect within this section of the package manager. And these are always being extended. So for example, HMAC authentication was literally just released for Velo packages just a few weeks ago, and we're constantly adding more and more of these here. But anyway, let's head over to our animation helpers. As I mentioned before, we've already installed it, so whenever we click on one of these, we'll also get a README. And here in the README, we can see, okay, here's how we import everything from this package. You'll notice there's a little @ here. All of the Velo packages are prefixed with @velo. This is because these are packages that are only internal to Wix/Velo and aren't things that you would find in a normal NPM repository. And so what we're going to do is basically import this package and then use the spin function here that's going to spin an element on screen for us. It just saves us from writing a bit more code that we would normally have to write in order to do the same functionality. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see here, I've already set up my shape called spinning star. And so what I'm going to do is just exactly what the README says. I'm going to go ahead and import spin. And I'm going to import that from always remember the velo/wix-animation-helpers. And then I'm going to go ahead and just simply spin that element. So spin, and I'll go and select that element. And we called it spinning star. And then that's basically it. The star will start spinning as I click preview here. And there we go. We've now got a spinning star on our website with only one line of code rather than the 5 or 6 lines of code I would have had to write otherwise. This is obviously a very basic example, but you can see here that there are plenty and plenty of utilities within these Velo packages that I think are great. So go ahead, check them out. Once again, they're just over on your code section. And if you go to packages at Velo, click the plus sign, install package, you'll see them all listed in front of you. So that's basically it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again next time. All right, bye.